Hi everyone, welcome to episode 27 of Being Youthful. I am Kim Beegler. I am the owner of Ewethful Fiber Mill, and I am sitting here in the mill today, just a little before, it's like a week till Christmas Eve. So exciting. So thank you everybody for coming back. If you've watched before, if you're new, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to be talking about yarn, wool, making yarn, processing wool, all those things. So what's been going on? Wish is coming. Wish the cat. She's coming. I just got a really cute picture of her in the window because my front windows are very big in our old building. And she was sitting up next to one of the giant nutcrackers. So I'll put that here because it was a really cute picture. Anyway, it's not as warm here anymore. Last time I think I filmed, it was randomly warm. That we've taken care of that. We also took care of it being dry. So no snow, but lots of rain and cooler temperatures. So more to normal, which is good. You guys, your response to the clubs was absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. I had quite a few people, unexpectedly amount of people, go on and join Yarn Club after the last vlog, and I was able to get all of those people their yarn, which is exciting. That doesn't always happen. I had already intended to make extra, and then I just made some extra. So we had enough for everybody. That doesn't always work. I should say that now for the next Yarn Club. That doesn't always work. It just depends how much I was able to source or make or whatever that box. So there are a very few amount of skeins left, and if you're interested, go track them down. But thank you so much. It was really amazing. And I'm glad everybody liked what I was making. So we also had our shop day since last time. This last Saturday, super fun, amazing turnout, amazing group of people came to shop and to make and to sit and to share. And it was so fun. It just was a great time. So thank you everybody. The next day, the next shop open day will be January 29th. So it's a little ways away, but I decided to take a little downtime, kind of trying to get into a downtime mindset right now. With the holidays approaching, it's 50-50 for me how that goes, but Mitch is also attempting the same thing. So we'll see how it goes. I'm like, well, I mean, like early next week, I might just pop into the mill a few times. I mean, I have to pop into the mill because of Wishy Wish, who is taking up my chair. Luckily, I have big, thick wool pants on. Okay, so the other thing that was I shared on Instagram, and if you haven't seen it, I did share some, and I've got fiber or cat hair in my mouth, who knows what. I did some holiday Shetland party roving. I put a story on Instagram and on Facebook. I did post pictures of it too. It went super fast, like it was gone in a couple of hours. So mostly gone because I saved 2 balls for you guys. And of course it'll be like first come, first serve, but we'll talk about it more in the future, and our giveaway. There's some for the giveaway. So exciting. Anything else in the last 2 weeks? I did forget to mention last time that I got boosted. That's how privileged that I am, is that I got boosted and didn't even mention it. So I am boosted for the COVID-19 vaccine. I am very happy, lucky, and grateful to be able to have gotten it. And on top of that, then I had loads of doctors. Like I basically spent the last couple weeks at doctor's appointments. You know how that goes. So as you start to get a little older, you go in for one doctor appointment, and then they're like, we're going to send you back in for this test, and let's get an ultrasound here, and let's just biopsy that, and let's just make sure everything is fine. After several doctor visits, all checked out normal. Hurrah. I am very grateful for that. Other than that, I did get my hair dyed, actually on one of my doctor appointment days. So we dyed underneath it. You can see there's a little color under there. It was really bright, and luckily it's faded out because it was pretty, but a little bit more than I had planned on. So it's just the underneath, and I really like it. It's especially fun when I pull my hair up, because then but anyway, I'm having a good time with it. And yeah, a little bit of self-care there is just important. I think there hasn't been a lot, it's winter, things are kind of chill. So I've been hustling to get Fiber Club and Yarn Club out the door. They are officially out, other than one person that signed up late is going on a trip for Christmas, and I'm going to send it to her after Christmas. So yay. Okay, Ewethful Farm update. we're just cruising along, basically. We're just cruising along. The sheep are a little bit pissed that it's been rainy and muddy. My sheep are not, they don't love the rain. Even though they do fine in it, they don't love it. And one day their gate actually closed because it had been so windy and we didn't realize it. So they were stuck in their top pasture and they were less thrilled. By the time we figured it out, at the end of that very rainy day, they wanted to get down to their big shelter that they love. And they did have another shelter, which I've showed you guys in previous vlogs. But that one's not as good apparently. So anyway, that was a little bit funny, but everybody's fine. Other than that, let's see, June got a new coat, June the pony. We finally tracked down a rain blanket that actually fits her because she's, you know, she's a pony. She's not a full-size horse, so it's different to buy for them. She hates it. It's like an Olympic feat to get it on her. I have to actually harness her up, leash her in, and then as soon as I walk away towards the coat, she just loses her mind. She hates it. It startles her. She just can't stand it. It will get better through the season, but I basically have to get it and then I have to just like toss it on her back and stand back for the big jump that's going to come. So it's working, and you'll see June in a little bit, but every day that it's raining, I'm like, oh yay, I get to put June's coat on. And we take it off at night because we don't want her to get too warm, because you'll see in the video I show you she's got her winter coat on as far as hair, and so she stays warm enough, but we don't want her sopping wet in the cold. So anyway, that's about it on the farm. I'm taking some chickens in for some processing this weekend. We're lucky to have a really great processor not too far from us, so my mom and I are gonna head on a little day trip and drop them and then do some other stuff. So anyway, without further ado, since I'm boring on the farm, I'll let the animals explain to you what's been going on there. I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Farm tour time. So it's gonna get loud pretty quick. You can see I've got all the morning stuff, and also they're very excited. They're already running back because they know, and the chickens are gonna start running because I'm not making it down. I know. I'm not making it down. You can see the chickens starting to move in the afternoons as much. Here's one of my new hens. So I've been giving them their little treat in the morning. So it's kind of, I think it's about 40 this morning. Not too crazy cold. Hi! Are we starving? Oh my gosh, so starving. There's a newbie. There's a rooster that we've decided to, him and the other white guy, they're just so pretty that we are deciding, and they're very polite. In fact, that was a hen just telling one of them to bugger off. They're very polite. Are you guys starving? See just how starving we are. Hi guys, shall we come in and feed you? I know, there's Alexis. Johnny, you can see how much wool they've got back on them now. Always at the front of the line, Drilla is starving. Alright, we'll go in, and if I don't start feeding some chickens soon, there's going to be a revolt too, so I'll pause you for a minute. It does not get quieter, guys. Oh no. So they still have this pasture and the pasture above, which has plenty of grass. They love to pretend like it doesn't. So, I don't know how long I can take you guys along, but we'll see. We'll see how skilled I am. Gotten better about not jumping up on me, which is polite. And, generally I would dump these before I refill them, but here you guys, I'm just going one-handed And they just keep following me, as you see. A few of them have figured out to stop, but for the most part. And the chickens run for their lives. Sorry, guys. I'll edit this. You can see how crazy they are. And they're just waiting for the next bucket to get filled. For no reason at all. Just because they're sheepies. And Dolly wants to eat out of here, and the babies want to eat out of here. And I have to watch horns to make sure I don't get caught. And I have a little more, so sometimes I'll let somebody eat from the bin. I don't think this guy, he's kind of one of my skinnier ones. And you can tell there's Moira. She is a plump little, but you can see this guy's a little bit trimmer, so we'll just let him eat some from the bucket. Rough life. You can see how many of them pour into, there's 4 buckets. What's going on over there? And they'll leave a bucket even if it has food, so. Anyway, the chickens are out there. The alpaca are out pacing, waiting. All right, little man. He's really enjoying his special. All right, we're gonna pour the rest of this out here and move on to Miss June. And actually, we'll give them some minerals. Because now we've started this thing. Goodness, chickens always have to be on the lookout for sheep. Did you see that? That's Jojo pushing one of the babies away. Of course, that's Moira, so I don't feel too bad for her. So we're gonna give them, fill their minerals, because it's like a dessert for them now, apparently. Just come and get some minerals after they finish with their kibble. So, all right, now we'll move onward. And go see June. Chickens are still happily eating. And then let's see, Velma's there. Elsie, really? You're gonna start now too? Joining in on helping the chickens. You can see the alpacas are ready. So we're gonna go track them down. Get something from, some action from June. June? There it is. Junebug, I'm coming. Usually I can get a good talk out of her. Cuddlebug. Junebug, you ready? Cuddlebug's ready. All right, so June is happily eating. Cuddlebug is happily eating. The girls are happily, peacefully eating for a minute at least, until Alma decides she wants to move on. So now I've got to go through and scoop up poop. And you can see, let's see if I can get in without spooking. You see all the hair, that would be hair, and how thick June is. She's got her winter coat fully in now. So she's got cute little fluffy legs, and so she stays nice and warm. She does have a new raincoat that we got that I think I mentioned earlier, but that's just for rainy days. And really, horses can get rain rot if the water kind of sits on them, and which tends to happen with her. So we got her a new coat, but I just put that on her when it's raining out, which it is not today. So much to all of our happiness, June does not have to get her coat on because she hates it. So anyway, guys, I think that's it for the tour today. We'll scan. I've got to go clean up poop. Yay! Chickens are all coming back in. They're like, we're done. What else? There's the day. All right, see you guys soon. Okay, I'm back. So, hope you enjoyed the tour. Everybody was nice and loud today, per the usual. Okay, so what I have been working on personally. again, let's talk about Yarn Club. I have done a little bit. So I'm gonna give you a sneak peek. First, I'm gonna show you one thing because I did finish one thing. So this is my first spin on my new Magic Craft wheel. And this is Ernie, my old ram that I was going through my stash, which is apparently a great thing to do occasionally because you're like, ooh la la. I didn't realize I had kept a nice bump of his fiber. So this is one skein of it. I just plied up the last little bit of it. And it's so nice. I mean, it really is stunning. So, and it's next to skin. This was actually his lamb fleece. So that's why I had set it aside. Good thinking for me. So anyway, I'm gonna do something with this, and this is obviously hand spun is what I'm talking about. Okay, so sneak peek. I've been talking about this pattern that Wendy, who comes in, speaking of, I didn't even mention this. Look at this beauts. Speaking of Wendy, oh my gosh. So she gave me this as a little Christmas present, and it is so beautiful, and I'm so excited, and I love it. And I don't believe there is a pattern for this because I believe she used a book that she has and kind of did a design out of there, and designed the cowl herself. Wendy, if I'm wrong, let me know because I know people may ask me and I can put it in the show notes, but I think that's right. So what happened was Wendy had gifted me some fiber that she got from Abundant Earth. I think I showed it in a previous vlog. Anyway, so this bluey teal, I had hand spun from that fiber, and then I gifted it back to her because, you know, it's fun and she doesn't spin, so that's super fun. And then she gifted back to me this beauty that she knitted up. So anyway, Wendy, thank you again. I love it. I'm wearing it all the time. The other day I was walking my dogs and I took it off because I thought it's going to be too warm, and I was like, dang it, why did I leave that in the car? Okay, so speaking of Wendy. So sneak peek. This is a pattern that she designed, and my other friend Gail has knitted it up, and then I decided to knit it up as well. It's done tech editing, and it's just with my design person. Well, it's two things. It's with my design person so she can make it look pretty on paper and everything. Also, I need more yarn to be able to sell you guys for it, and you guys are doing a really great job of buying my yarn. So we'll see if we'll hold off to put the pattern out. In theory, we'll hold off a little bit and put the pattern out when I have some yarn, a decent amount of yarn at least. So this is knit with what the Yarn Club was last month, our Halsey yarn, which is Romney wool, alpaca, and silk. And here's a sneak peek. It's still on the needles, so you're not going to get the full gist, but I thought to show you that I am working. So I cast this on, and I've just been having so much fun with it that it's really all I wanted to do. So I wanted you to see that, and Wish is gonna think this is super fun. It's coming along, and it's so it's a shawlette, and it's got a little bit of lace work, but it's easy peasy lace work. I think you can catch on pretty quickly. It's not big. It'll be one skein of our Halsey yarn, so that's great. And there it is. And this is, I can't remember the colorway. So pretty, and it's not necessarily a color I should wear, so the whole shawlette may be a giveaway. We'll see in a future episode, but I just thought I'd give you guys here on the vlog a sneak peek of what is coming. Like I said, it'll just be one skein of our Halsey yarn, and it'll be up on Wendy's Ravelry page, and if you don't have Ravelry, you can always get in touch with me and I can get it to you another way. And it's so, I have not knitted with this Halsey yarn in probably at least a year, and then I cast it on and I was like, that's it, I don't need to work on anything else. And my cat is trying to play with the yarn, of course, as they do. So that's really all I've been working on. I'm looking forward to some good making time in the next couple weeks as I settle down a little bit and try not to work too much. Before we get to what's going on at the mill, I just wanted to talk quickly about microns and micron counts and what the heck they mean. I'm going to make it super basic because a lot of you are knitters, and you're going to see micron counts a lot less. You're just seeing yarn and breeds versus micron. If you're a hand spinner, you might be a little more interested in the microns. But because I talk about it, like when I mention like top like this, wool top, so I say this is a 21 micron wool top that I get from Pendleton. And what I mean is it's a blend of different wool. It's a blend of different wools that all have the same micron count. And microns is basically a measurement of the diameter of a single fiber, basically. And wherever it falls determines if it's in the fine, medium, coarse range of fiber. Generally speaking, the finer the fiber, the softer the fiber. It's pretty common. So, and generally speaking, the coarser the fiber, the stronger it's going to be. So your coarser fibers tend to be used for rugs, carpets, blankets, textiles like that, whereas your finer stuff is used for more next to skin. And then there's the whole gambit in between. Because reality, there's not a ton of wool sheep that make a fine or super fine wool. You've got your merinos, you've got your cormos, you've got your rambouillets. Okay, so just to give you a clearer picture, again, for people that are more on the knitting end of world versus, so here's 3 different types of fiber. This is their actual locks. So they're actually pulling, and you probably aren't even gonna be able to see it, but if they pulled one single, and now that you can kind of see it there for a minute, it's against they're measuring this. And that measurement is a count, generally somewhere between, well, it starts around, I don't know where the low point is, but on average, you're gonna see wools that are in the 18 plus range, up to, I'd say 35-ish. It can go higher than that. So your lower numbers are gonna be finer and softer, your higher numbers are going to be coarser. And then there's a whole range of in between. And most sheep breeds, I'd say, fall in the 20s to 30s. And those are the ones, especially here in Oregon, that we tend to grow most because of our wet weather. So what else can I say? I was just gonna give you some examples of where things fall. And you can look this up online and find all sorts of stuff. A lot of what I found was just repeated over and over again as far as charts and stuff, but just some examples. So a merino, we know, merino's gonna be down in the high teens to the 20s. Super fine merino falls like 17, 16, somewhere in there. Same with alpaca. You can get alpaca in the 16, 17 range. A lot of it tends to be high teens, low 20s. Here's another, so BFL, that's one a lot of us know. That tends to be in the 24 to 28, which technically puts it kind of in a medium range of fiber. And let me just say to you, and maybe I'll put a little thing up here real quick, but 21 microns and lower tends to be, is what is considered fine fiber. 22 to 30 is considered medium fiber. 31 to 35 is you're getting coarse. 35 over, you're very coarse. So I'll put a little quick chart up here. So BFL falls into right in the middle of a medium, but a lot of people that knit with it would say it's pretty soft. So, you know, but it's quite a bit a ways from a merino, say. A heritage breed, how about a Romney, which I work with a lot. It tends to be in the 30s. It can be like 30 upwards into the high 30s. So that's still it's in the medium to coarse. It really depends on, this all fluctuates all over the place. And of course, people are breeding people are breeding Romneys to get to a finer wool, not necessarily a fine wool, but a finer wool. So that's what people are talking about. Heritage breeds, like my Shetlands, you're looking at anywhere from 20 to 30 microns. So still in that, for the most part, in that medium range. Jacobs, you're looking, same with Shetlands. It's so wide because their fiber can be a little bit different throughout their body. Jacobs are 25 to 35. So a lot of the medium breeds doesn't mean like they're not good. They can still be worn next to, it's just all over the place. But once you get into your high 30s and into we're talking coarser, or you can add stuff, whatever. Cashmere, you're looking at 14 to 16. So cashmere is super fine. We all know that. Angora fiber from rabbits is down usually from 12 to 16 microns. So anyway, I want to just talk quickly about microns because I say it here sometimes. And for those of you that are not in the hand spinning world, and even those of you in the hand spinning world might not necessarily know what it means. So that's it. It is the measurement of basically, and they'll take, from a sheep, if they're actually looking at a fleece, they'll look at the whole fleece and kind of do an average, because like a Shetland, it can be all over the place. So here's a little bit about microns. Hope that helped explain a little bit. So next time you hear me say this is a 21 micron whatever, you'll kind of know. 21 is definitely next to skin. So, but not all wools are created the same, and not all wools are meant to be right here next to you, and they still can be totally functional, wonderful wool. So anyway, we're wool. Okay, what's going on at the mill? Okay, so time for what's going on at the mill. Okay, one big exciting thing is that we paid off the building. December 1st, we officially own the building that the mill is in. So exciting, so exciting. And I'm hoping to go either this afternoon or early next week to the bank to pay off my mill equipment. You guys, that is exciting. So that's two big things that have been pretty heavy financial burdens on us that will be lifted. And it's very exciting, and we're super proud to have made it to this point. Yahoo! And thank you for everybody who helped us. And thank you for you guys for buying our fiber and yarns, because we would not have made it without you all. So thank you, thank you, thank you. What else is going on at the mill? So I am trying to restock the Halsey yarn. I'm actually getting ready, and you'll see it in the mill tour, to do a dark batch of the wool. I thought I had some extra from Yarn Club, but you guys are grabbing it up that are in Yarn Club, so that might not last long, but we're getting there. We're gonna restock it, and it's just gonna happen. I'm gonna work during my vacation, my downtime. I am gonna do some skirting wool, so that counts if I'm at home, I think. So one thing I worked on, and I talked about it earlier, is the, well, let me show you this first, because it'll be in the video too, but this is something that I restocked. So this is our animals, which doesn't happen too often. Our alpaca is not the best alpaca, except for my white girl has the best fiber of everybody. So I blended oats. Our sheep, you'll see him, you see him, and he has little tiny, he's all white, and he's got horns. And this is him and Khaleesi, our white alpaca, blended up. And there's a couple bumps left on the website, and you'll see a video of me making it up, and I did something crazy at the end, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna spin some of this myself. So I kept about half of a pound, and it's already at home, and it is waiting for me for the holidays. So that is what I'm gonna work on over the holidays. So I'm very excited about that, and it's in a bag, and it's just ready to go. Okay, the other thing, you guys, that I worked on besides Yarn and Fiber Club is, you saw the Instagram, you've seen this. Oh my gosh, and you guys, I have a video to show you it making up, but let me open it up a little bit so you can see. The roving is red and green, and it has a little white through the middle. And I'll put a picture here. It's not the greatest picture, but I spun up just a tiny bit of it. Stop it. It is so fun. It is so fun. And it's from my Shetlands, I should say. So this is my Shetlands. And there is one fleece from Whistle Stop Shetlands up a little bit north of us that got in here too, but I dyed it in the wool and then managed to get it carded up just in time. And everybody who bought some already, it's out the door. I was very quick so you could have some Christmas fun spinning. I have 2 balls of these left. Actually, I have 3. One of them's 3.5 ounces. That's gonna be the giveaway, which we'll talk about in a second. These 2 are gonna be up for grabs. And I'm just going to, because I know the video is still going around and people are still looking to see if it's open, I'm not gonna put it back in the one that says sold out. At the very bottom of the fiber section in my online shop, there's going to be a secret episode 27 fiber. That's what I'm gonna call it. There's not gonna be any pictures, no descriptions, nothing. 2 balls are gonna be sitting there. So whoever views this first and wants it, run in there and grab it. And I'll try to get it out ASAP. I'll probably take it home with a box so that I could send it out first thing on Monday. So get it. It's so fun. And there'll be 2. You don't have to buy both. Grab one, buy both, whatever. Whoever gets it, gets it. And the giveaway. Here's what it's gonna be one of those. It's 3.5. Those are 4. There's one that's 3.5 ounces. Sorry, Wish. Oh my gosh, I took over her bed. So it's going to be, what are you most looking forward to eating on Christmas Day? How's that? Or whatever holiday it is you're celebrating this time of year, what is your favorite food? What is your favorite food about this time of year? I am pretty pumped. I love stuffing. I just love stuffing. So I'm going to put stuffing at the top of my list, but I know you guys are going to comment and I'm going to be like, yes, 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 basically everything. I love food, all food. So let me know in the comments. It'll close next Tuesday as usual, end of day Tuesday. So get your comments in and maybe you'll be winning that ball of fiber. You probably won't get it by Christmas, but I will send it out immediately on Wednesday morning after I pick the winner. So, I think I covered everything except for the mill tour. So, Wish is literally laying from the chair. There's a gap where her big, beautiful belly is hanging, and then my leg. She's just stretched across both. So, I'm gonna go give her some attention. Anyway, time for the mill tour. I will see you guys in a minute to say goodbye. Hi everyone. So we just had our open mill shop day, and I thought I'd let you kind of just see the shop before I kind of put stuff away. We had a wonderful day, great turnout, lots of fun, happy, creative women. No men today, but that's kind of normal. But you're welcome if you come by. So anyway, before I put the yarns and everything away, I don't leave it out because the shop isn't open very much. So I just kind of tuck everything away into bins until it gets ordered. But we had a Jameson sale and it got ransacked, which is great. Everybody helped me. You can kind of see my windows are really decorated up because, as we all know by now, I love the holidays. So here's yarn, our Prineville yarns, some of them. It's the Jacob, a little bit of Shetland, some of our Halsey yarn, and then we've got some braids. So these are the braids from Fiber Club. This is the braid. So I have a couple of these that I'm going to put up. I'll have to dye up a few more, but that's no problem. So if anybody was in love with these, I'll put a couple up. So fun. And then I have a couple other random ones that I will get up here too, that I worked on just since I was in the studio. And we have also got some, I am a little low on fibers. I've got to get cracking, and this is showing up way more pink in here than it should, but this is our Halsey from Yarn Club, and I'm going to try to get this restocked here pretty quick with what I made. There's about 12 extra skeins or so, so I'm going to get those up soon, and hopefully you can grab some up if you liked it from the Yarn Club. And Wish is wandering around, wondering who left her goodies. And we'll just show, because these little nutcrackers were in the building, one of the things that were in the building, which there was lots in. So anyway, we're very festive around here, and I just thought I'd show you all after a long day, share a bit of the day with you. So hope everyone is well. Enjoy the holiday season. All right, so occasionally I do something for myself, not very often, and actually there is extra of this. I didn't keep it all for myself. I'm just keeping the end. But this is our Shetland oats and our white alpaca Khaleesi. And oats loves to get into everything, so there is some BM. Like if hay is going out, oats is the one that's trying to stand underneath it as it's getting. But here it is coming out. And there is some of this up on the website, so if you like it, I think there's 3 more 4 ounces of it. But this is going home with me, I decided. So pretty. Okay, onward guys. Okay, next up is our fun Christmas roving. And this is Shetland that I dyed in the wool, and then there's just a little bit, and then of course this is natural Shetland. Most of this is ours. Some of it came from another farm. A little bit came from another farm that I dyed up also, but most of this is ours. And then I threw a little bit of silk on just for fun. So we'll start her up and you can see how she looks on the other side coming out. It's pretty fun. And of course this is fairly limited because it is. Let's go around the other side. We'll see what she looks like. Oh my gosh, isn't that fun? And it spins up so fun. I couldn't help myself. I had to spin a little bit last night, or before I left yesterday. And it's so fun. And here comes Wish, of course. Probably see it coming off a little bit in there. Anyway, there you go. There's a little bit of this that I saved. I didn't do too much, but there is some online because I made sure to save it for the blog viewers. Okay, onward to the next thing. Hey guys, I thought I would insert a little video of picking in action, covered in silk. So anyway, here you go. Sorry, I've got to reach past you because I'm lazy and I don't like when try to be efficient. We're not going to call it lazy, we're going to call it efficient. You can see I'm just layering silk, alpaca. No particular, I've already weighed out the percentages, so it doesn't have to be very particular. Because it's all going to blend up more and more. So I just kind of eyeball it, sorry. You're moving. Anyway, I thought you guys might enjoy seeing how I get it through the picker, and I'll turn it in a sec and you can see it coming out of the picker. And I just love working with this, and I have been knitting with it lately, which I haven't done in years, and God, how much I love it. Hopefully you guys can hear me. If not, we'll play a song over it. Alright, you guys tired of watching me? Throw one more back on. And I'll let you see. And I kind of try to pick stuff out as I can that's getting caught up in the machine. Okay, let me show you what's going on over here. You can see it kind of gets caught up, so you try not to get it going, but here it is coming out. Flies out of there, and I think Mitch is going to build me a bigger picking room this winter, which is exciting, and you can see it. I'll pull back so you can just kind of see. So if we didn't have it contained, it would be all over. See it kind of peeking out there. And there it is in all its glory. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled program. Hi guys, it's mail drawer time, and it's a little less romantic this time. There's a little going on, but there's some cleaning that needs to be done. So let me flip you guys if I can find the right. Okay, so here we are at the Carter. So this is the less romantic part. I mean, it is romantic in that there's some fiber on it. And this is the last of the Christmas fiber, and I saved some for you guys, which I'm sure I've already talked about, but you can see how that got. There's like VM and stuff that I need to clean off of there, just stuff that got squished on the rollers. And you can see there's fluff everywhere. So before I card next, you can see the remnants of this. So my next thing I'm gonna card, and this is where I'm always mindful about what I sneak in where as far as colors, and also why I didn't put like some sparkle in this fiber, because cleaning it out is not something I want to deal with. So anyway, I'm going to clean this out before I go home today, so tomorrow it's ready for me to do a little bit of carding on. Less romantic. Over here we have some beautiful Halsey, and this is the fiber that was from Yarn Club. So I have a little bit more in here. There's some up on the website, so if you like that, it is it's kind of like a tanny gray color. It's so pretty. So there is some of that online. Here's Wishy, and Wish is, guys, on a diet. We're not going to talk too much about how much weight she gained, but I can let you know it's more than she should have. So let's go see what's going on, because I am going to card up some more Halsey tomorrow, hopefully, to get a darker batch of yarn up. We've got alpaca and silk. We've got the Romney wool ready to go. And then if we come over to the picker, you can see some of it is, that's it all blended up and ready. And the picker is nice and full. This was one batch. Try not to move the camera too much here on you guys. So there's, out of the picker, another batch. So I'll hopefully have early next week a small batch of the darker yarn up. Trying to restock Halsey as I can. But also I'm trying to take a little downtime for the holidays. So I'm only coming a bit so I can hang out with Wish, and I don't have too much going on in here. I have some fiber that I dyed up just actually with leftover, this is just some broken merino top basically that I dyed up, not merino, 21 micron top that I dyed up with some extra. Whenever I have something that didn't exhaust all the way, I just grab this and I throw it in because it's great for blending. So I don't know if I've gotten that up online, but I do have some bags of dyed broken top that is really great for just throwing onto the card or your hand cards or blending board or whatever. And then we've got this guy who I dyed up. Let me see if I can pull out a little bit. So that'll go up here in the online shop soon. So that's kind of all that's going on back here today. Wish and I just played with our toy, and I'm gonna go finish up and send out boxes also because I've got to take my dogs for a walk and do a little Christmas shopping. So Wish says goodbye. Okay, so I guess that's it. I hope you enjoyed the mill tour. Get on and get that Shetland fiber before it's all gone. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season. I believe I will see you before the new year. But enjoy the holiday season until then. Enjoy seeing whoever you get to see, eating whatever you get to eat. Be kind to your neighbor. And that's it. Enjoy. I'll see you soon. Take care, everybody.